Alright, so what is up guys? In the previous session we learned about what is tween service and how we can tween certain properties of the part or instances, like to create an animation and slowly bring it to that specific values, such as the color, changing it to green from red. So in this session we're going to be understanding about sound service and how we can import, play, pause or create sounds in our Roblox Studio and put it in our games. So in order to get the test example for this video, I'll be clicking on Window and Toolbox. After getting on the Toolbox, click on maybe my videos and not my videos, my audio. And just for an example, for today's video, I'll be using an audio which is maybe this one. Oh, it's removed copyright. Alright, so if I'll use on the 8-bit vibe. So this toolbox, it contains a lot of developer creator assets. So other developers, if they have created assets and they want to share it to the public or the community, this is the place where they share it. So here you can get a ton of free assets. You can get models, fryer, a cafeteria, person, fighter plane and whatsoever. You can use this in your games for free and you don't have to worry for copyright strikes. But if you were to create your own sound and input it into your game, in order to do that, I'll be just clicking on this plus sign, clicking on sound and heading over to the property section. After you come to the property section of the sound service, the sound instance that you want to create, you can see something called as sound ID. So in order to get the sound ID, you will have to go to the Roblox website, and after that, if I'm not wrong, if you click on the create tab, and after clicking on the create tab, you will have an option to create or publish assets, your own assets. So under that category, you might have to find the audio section and you can import your own audios into the Roblox website. Once you have imported your Roblox sound that you want to use in your games, you will get an ID from the URL and you just copy that ID, paste it in this sound ID section. So once you have finished this, it should say RBX asset somewhat like this, ://90 whatever. So this is the ID that you will get from the URL. You just paste it in your sound instance. But if you're not able to get the ID, what you can do is you can just click on this window section, toolbox, and once you get a toolbox, click on this square box kind of thing, my audio, and you should be able to find your audio here. But if you're not able to find your audio, it's because Roblox is processing your audio. Like they're checking if you have passed the verification process, that is you have not used any copyright songs or it's not against the Roblox terms and conditions, and that the sound or the song is made by only you, it's not copied from anywhere else. So if it passes that, then you should be able to see your sound here. If you see it, you just click on this and click on instance, click on the sound service and click on instance. So in this session we're going to be understanding how to play, pause and certain other functions where we can perform it on the sound instance. In order to do this, I'll be creating a script instead of the service script service. Local sound equals. Alright, so here I've created a really small script. What I've created is two variables, sound and song. The data I've given is game get service, sound service, and this for the song I've used on the 8-bit vibe, as you can see in my explore page. And I've used a function called as play. So what this play does is that it just plays the song. For to play this game, you can hear it in the background that the song is playing. Since I've used a service script, this code will run for every single player, which means that every single player will listen to this song. And if you were to change that and make it play for only a specific player, instead of using a service script, we'll be using a local script instead of the starter character scripts or the starter player scripts. And it's basically the same script, but you can change it if you were to use conditional statements or whatsoever, as you learned in the previous videos, such as if else, else if, and whatever, or loops, etc, etc. Alright, so the next thing we'll be understanding is something called as song stop. So what song stop does is that it stops the song after like a duration, and here the duration I've given is stars.wait 3, so which means that it will wait 3 seconds before moving on to the next line. So to run this, plays a song and it stops. Another thing to keep in mind is that if I don't put the stars.wait, and if it's like song play and song start, it's basically like it plays and stops at the same time, so you can't hear anything. That's why we need to use a toss or wait or some kind of wait function which allows the script to wait before stopping the function. All right, so another thing to keep in mind is that if you were to use this song, and let's check that you want to check if the song is playing. In order to do that, I'll be using an if conditional statement. If song dot is playing, okay, by default, okay, so by default it will be false because we don't play the song. By default the song is always like it's not playing. But if, let's say, if I'm playing it and I run this code just after the playing and equals to true, then print the song is playing. If I run this, it says the song is playing and stops. But if I were to run this after the stop function, it will not print the song is playing. So you don't have to use this condition here, which is equals to true, because whenever we use this function is playing, it always returns true or false. So basically, in short, what this means is that if song dot is playing, and since we have stopped it, song dot is playing becomes false. So it says if false, then print. So since the condition is false, it never prints or runs this code, whichever is inside this. Alright, so other things which you can see is such as time length. Time length, you can check the length of the sound in seconds. Also, this time length, you can use it for changing the starting value of the song. That is, if you want the song to start at like 2 seconds from its duration, then you can use time length. And we have stopped, loaded, ended and stopped is almost the same. Looped is basically if you enable it, the song never stops, it keeps looping. Is loaded checks if the sound has loaded in the game. Playback speed, it tells like how fast you want the song to be. So if you set it as 2x, not 2x, if you set it as 2, it will be twice as fast as the original speed of the song. Playback region is basically, it tells, like, let's say if I want the song to start from 10 and ending at 15 seconds from the duration of the song, I'll be using playback speed. And to do that, I'll be just clicking like 5, 10. So what it does is that it starts from 5, ends at 10. That's basically playback region. Other things we can see is, let me remove this, click on dot, and volume is basically the volume of the sound. If you keep it higher, it's going to be more volume. Alright, so etc. So roll of max distance and roll of minimum distance. Basically what this tells is that if I were to place this song instead of a part, let me just do that. If I place this song instead of a part and this script instead of another part, what it does is that it plays the song from this part. So the source of the song becomes this part instead of like the whole game. So as you move closer to the song, this part, the song becomes louder. If you move away, it becomes like lighter and you can't hear it anymore. Alright, in order to change this, we can use a properties called as roll min distance and whatever what that was, I don't remember what was that. So it says roll of max distance, and if I were to, it's like equals to and whatever. I put this, and the other one will be song dot roll min distance. So let me put it as, let's say 10, and maximum is 15. So even though I'm close to the part, I still can't hear it. But if I move closer, I can hear it. But if I move like a little bit inch away, I can't hear it anymore. That's because of the properties roll of max distance and roll of min distance. Alright, so that was basically it about today's video. If you guys have any doubts, queries, questions or whatsoever, kindly comment down, and till then, stay safe. Bye bye. Also, apologies for not uploading any videos for the past, I don't know, I think it's been a month or something. That's because I've been busy with stuff and some of my personal work. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye.